Hey guys, it's Sign Duo here. Today we're gonna be making pumpkin bread. So we were shopping in Trader Joe's recently, and now that it's fall, they have a lot of pumpkin stuff, And they had the pumpkin bread instant mix. They come in those boxes. But recently I've been baking a lot, so I've learned how to make my own bread. I've been making a lot of banana bread, and pumpkin bread is very similar to banana bread. He looked really worried. So we just bought a can of pumpkin puree. Yeah, normally you don't want bready, bakey stuff, but when it's fall, you'll eat pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread. Yes, we go to the kitchen. Oh yeah, my mom was super nice to give me her old aprons. Growing up and seeing my mom cook and clean in these aprons, I don't really remember her wearing that much. I think it's she got it a little bit later. This one, they're very simple. I remember this one. I like it because in the back it kind of crisscrosses. You want to wear them too? All blue. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, sorry, baby. You forgot. You got stuck. I love these papers. Before we get into baking pumpkin bread from scratch, scratch over the back of the hand, scratch, rough, scratch. So before we start doing that, we want to thank today's sponsor, of course, Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know Skillshare yet, it is an online learning community with thousands of classes that can inspire your creativity. One of the classes that we recommend always is the Beginners to American Sign Language class. In that class, they teach some deaf history and teach you the ABCs and some basic signs. So it's great for beginners. The first 1,000 people to click the link in our description down below will get 1 free month of premium Skillshare membership. And let's get to baking our pumpkin bread. Well, you need flour, you need pumpkin puree. Normally when I try to bake something new, I always just look on YouTube for recipes, and I found a good one from Bigger Bolder Baking. We're gonna use her recipe, and yes. A little bit before we plan to bake, I got 2 eggs out of the fridge and put them in a bowl of room temperature water. Remember, we made that mistake of mixing cold eggs with melted butter, and it was bad, so had to do that all over again. So we're gonna mix our dry and our wet. Always sift your dry ingredients. Also very helpful to use a scale. $2.55. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, Ryan. It doesn't have to be perfect. Stop. It's fine. Here, I turn off. It's off. Dry is done. And then we're gonna do the wet ingredients. $3.40. Let me check. Yeah, $3.40. Yeah. Pumpkin. This way. That way? What? Oh. I didn't know that. What? Now we have to do 1/2 cup of the vegetable oil. We have sunflower oil. 1/2 cup. And 2 eggs. And now we put the dry into the wet by parts, because you don't want any flour lumps. And you don't want to over mix too. Don't over mix, because then it'll be tough. The recipe that we linked down below calls for frosting on top, but we've decided to put pumpkin seeds and some walnuts on top. In the oven for like an hour or so, 350. Ooh, I love this Ninja air fryer that we got from Costco because it heats up instantly. It's so quick, and normally when I bake things, I have to bake in our older oven. It takes like 5-10 minutes to heat up. So this heats up super quick. Let's see. Preheat 350. Done. Ready? Super quick. Just put it in. You see that it barely fits, but it fits and it works. Okay. Want some tea or coffee? Oh, want some tea or coffee? Still 36 minutes to go. Beautiful. Looks so caramelized. Pumpkin seeds really roasted really nicely. Who is that? It's so soft. Want a thick piece or you want a small? Thin or it's big?